Hello and welcome to the Pretty Good Gaming Daily Triple, the new no-shit gaming news video. That's 3 stories in 1 video and 0 faff. So let's get into it. And first up today, just a friendly reminder that if you haven't already begun to learn to speak Chinese, you probably should, because their global takeover is now more closer than ever. This morning, Platinum Games announced that they have sold a part of their company to the Chinese company Tencent. Platinum said that this move will help them with the move toward self-publishing and give them a wider global presence. In other words, allow them to sell their games in the Chinese markets. The strict new laws in China only allow games to be sold in the country if the publisher is at least partially owned by a Chinese company. This is the reason we've seen a bunch of Western game giants sell off a part of their company to either Tencent or NetEase recently, because they're all chasing that commie cash. China was the single largest gaming market in 2018. It generated around 25% of global revenues. That's $38 billion, and it's made up of over 500 million players. Tencent itself is the largest gaming company in the world and has at least a partial stake in a whole bunch of companies. It owns a slice of Activision Blizzard, Ubisoft, Epic Games, Supercell, Riot Games, Bluehole, Paradox Interactive, Miniclip, and many more. A couple of days ago, Platinum Games promised some very big announcements early this year, with this being the first of such announcements. We are expecting to learn more about their upcoming games Bayonetta 3 and Babylon's Fall very soon. We won't mind them announcing a new Nier game, maybe, that'd be nice, or resurrecting the Scalebound, like the Scale Rebirth, you could say, or Scale Rebound. And next up, Sony was showing off at CES yesterday, but was anybody impressed? The new PlayStation 5 logo was shown off at CES yesterday, and well, it's pretty shit, to be honest. With all the creativity of a high school student who's ripped off his best mate's homework on the way into school, Sony showed the new PlayStation 5 logo. Looks, well, just like the previous PlayStation logos, to be honest. At least they changed the number at the end to make it look like they weren't copying. Sony still didn't reveal its new console during the event yesterday, but said more details will be revealed in the coming months. And all they did give us was this flaccid infographic, which was supposed to impress us, apparently. Is that all you've got, Jim Ryan? Is that supposed to impress us? Really? But from what they have said in the past, we do know that the PS5 will support 8K graphics, ray tracing, super fast SSDs, and PS4 backwards compatibility. However, Sony Interactive Entertainment boss Jim Ryan did boast how Sony has sold a total of 106 million PS4 units to date, 5 million PSVR units, and 1.15 billion games. Well, I guess that is pretty impressive, Jim. We'll let you off. And last up in today's show, we finally got to see what the back of the Xbox Series X will look like. Or did we? AMD was the first to show off the rear design of the new Xbox Series X at CES during their keynote yesterday. The image of the new console shows it has an Ethernet port, 2 USB-C ports, and 2 HDMI ports on the rear. This news had a bunch of people excited for the prospect of all those extra ports and added versatility. That was until AMD admitted it used a fake render of the console, which they had ripped off from another website. The images shown were actually taken from the website turboquid.com, which clearly states on their site that the images are not 100% accurate and based off of the images Microsoft published in December. In other words, they are fake. This all comes just a week after the headlines broke that AMD's comeback versus Intel is ramping up, with them currently sitting at 35% of the global processor market share for the beginning of 2020, the closest they've been to Intel for 14 years. Although there are a bunch of qualifiers to this comparison, if you do want to read the finer details, I'll just leave them here for a second in case you want the actual facts and not the clickbait headlines. Still, lol, AMD did a whoopsie. And that leads us to the question of the day today, which is, are the functionality of the rear ports really that interesting to you? And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this new no shit format. If you did, leave a like to give the video a boost. Hit subscribe and the bell if you want to be notified when we release these videos in future. Why not toss a coin to your YouTuber over at patreon.com/prettygoodgaming. I've been Gareth Evans. That's it for today. Bye for now. 欢迎我的中国霸主。Like that. Really that I'm such a child. Is it sad that I laugh at my own jokes? Probably.